Alrighty, guys. Let's get started. Let's get started. Timestamp. Timestamp. Let's get to business. Tonight, this morning, is an unboxing of Final Girl. Final Girl? 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 Terror from Above. I'm just kidding. Final Girl. All right. Let's dig into this. And this is different than Unsettled because I'm not worried about opening all of this because I'm going to play all of it. And opening one doesn't necessarily ruin anything, and you can mix and match a lot of the content in here in a way that I don't want to spoil planets for myself by opening them up, but this is just some dice, some cards, trying to survive some crazy people. So if you don't know what Final Girl is, it is the massively successful solo experience from Van Ryder Games, who they're known for stuff like Detective and also Hostage Negotiator, which is the mechanical structure that this is based on. They have taken their system, their design from Hostage Negotiator and improved it, tweaked it, streamlined it, and then refitted it for this horror theme. And this was a Kickstarter that I think came out before I really started to focus on the Kickstarter scene at all, and I was very fortunate to get one of the few remaining copies at PAX Unplugged. And I want to start getting into solo games more, and I've been enjoying the ones I've been playing. I've done Black Sonata, I've done Tetrarchia, I've done Friday, I've done Bloodborne. I've done quite a few games in the last year that I've played solo with the intent of playing solo. Not like learning the game by myself, which I do plenty of times, actually playing solo. So I wanted to try this out. So I think I got everything. You have seen me open up the play mat. This is one of the play mats. So this is kind of, set this up on the table. The play mats kind of give it a pretty gorgeous table presence. And then here's the other one. So this looks like possibly where the Final Girl goes and where you use her stuff. And this one looks like maybe where the villain, the bad guy, the hard one goes. Oh, no, that's the killer board, the location board. Ignore everything I just said. So these are some really nice little neoprene mats. I like that they have a thin box to go into. I'm very excited. I have currently backed the second season. One of the things that I'm the most excited about, let me know if you're with me. I almost get more excited or as excited about storage solutions as I do about the games. Like the fact that the second Kickstarter that's live right now, that has 1.3 million already, I think it's the highest grossed or highest funded solo game ever. I think previously that was the Hoplomachus Victorum campaign from Chip Theory or CTG, and now they've taken the cake at Van Ryder Games. And AJ Porfirio, really, really good people at Van Ryder Games. I was so stoked that they've had as much success as they've had. So these are the two play mats. That goes in that box. This is the miniature set, which, believe it or not, comes with miniatures. So I say certain things with certainty, as in I know this is a re-implementation of Hostage Negotiator. But having just opened this, and having not played Hostage Negotiator, the exact specifics of that mechanical system elude me. I will say this about conventions. Typically, Gen Con and PAX Unplugged made me purchase games in ways I don't typically purchase games. I am usually a consummate researcher who knows the game that I'm getting before I buy it. But that wasn't really the case with either of those conventions. It was more like when the games appeared before me, if they were ones I had heard of and been interested in, it was like I knew it was a good opportunity to get the game, to support the publishers during a time of uncertainty, especially like for example, for Van Ryder Games. This campaign success that they're currently having for Final Girls 2, it gives them a certain amount of comfort and certainty and steadiness and like probably palpable relief that they have a large enough hit that it's going to allow them to be sustained for a period of time. They still have to make the game, but it gives you a certain level of, I think, comfort, which in this time for publishers who aren't, the CMON or the who bought everybody, Asmodee. If you're not those people, then publishers can be worried, substantially worried about like what month to month, year to year is going to look like with the current setup. So these are all the miniatures. They have good detail to them. This shows all of the girls on the bottom, and they look pretty kick-A. No. I haven't experimented with cursing on this channel. I don't know if I will. But yeah, so the girls look pretty cool. And then you have all of the killers, the monsters, the scary things. And you have them, and they've got their own style and flair to their evilness. But yeah, no, I'm definitely excited to get the second wave of Final Girl. My hope is that by the time I get the second wave, I will have played through a lot of this first wave. And then the second wave has got a storage solution that allows all of these volumes or kind of cassette folios or whatever to slot into a larger box which organizes everything, because having a bunch of boxes that aren't necessarily, I guess that's the same size, but that doesn't really nest as well. Having boxes that aren't really the same size kind of bug me. So you got miniatures, you got the playmat set. This Terror from Above is a vignette expansion. Or as the French say, vignette. Timestamp. And let's see, you got some cards in here, and looks like some cardboard. Oh, more tokens. Interesting. So I'm gonna do just what I did with the Under Falling Skies and just open stuff without any context or knowledge, which again I don't do off camera. So this is just chaos for your sake and your pleasure. But I didn't really have any interest in Hostage Negotiator at all. I know that it gained a lot of like renewed traction and interest after the Shut Up and Sit Down review of it. But ultimately, I don't know, it's just not something I had looked into. And maybe I saw that game and saw the playthrough and review of it and all that stuff. Maybe I saw that prior to me being a little bit more intentional about looking into solo games. That's certainly possible. Do you punch back to front or front to back? I've heard, people are like, you have to punch back to... I punch front to back. I try to frequently keep a finger against what I'm pushing for additional pressure, but I'm just kind of curious how you guys punch out your punch board stuff. I understand the argument of doing it from the back, but I never feel like the cut is good enough to really do that in a way that maybe doesn't provoke tearing. I've always felt good about front to back. There's only been a few times when I feel like the lamination of the, front or back or like the paper or the gloss side. There's only been a few times that I felt like the lamination or glue of it was not good enough and it caused a tear. So yeah, I go front to back. And then I think I'm just going to slot these back in here. Maybe I'll find a place for them in the main boxes. I don't even know what this does. Again, let me know if you want a change in format to where you want me to actually research some stuff, because like I said, it's different for the most part. There are certain games that I know a lot about because I pay attention and research them before I buy them. And then there are certain games like this that, I bought this because I knew that I thought I would like it, and I knew it wasn't going to be available for a while and that they were going to sell out. And so it was kind of like one of those, I want this. But I also wanted to support, the publishers. Through Quackalope and through just the last 2 years, I've just met a lot of people. And I like people. So, and also, tell me your thoughts. Because at the end of the day, we are in a luxury hobby. Where, you could just buy a deck of cards and deal with that the rest of your life, and it would be cheap, depending on the deck of cards you bought. But, I don't know. I don't ever want to feel like money is the reason why I make my decisions. And I say that not in the sense to be excessive or frivolous with your spending, but I don't want money to control the decisions I make, and I don't want my focus to be on money. I would rather my focus be on contentment. Whether money has anything to do with that or not, sometimes money can aid in being content or being happy, but I don't want it to be the reason why I make choices. And so, yes, I didn't know much about this game when I bought it, other than the fact that it was a reskinned or revamped version of Hostage Negotiator. But I saw something that I knew was not going to be around, and I liked the horror theme, and I wanted to buy it. So that's why I did. Alright guys, horror awaits. Ever wanted to star in your own horror movie? Now's your chance. In Final Girl, you become the heroine of the story. This is a solo game unlike any other that brings many horror movie tropes to life using the innovative and endlessly replayable feature film game system. Every second counts as you manage your time and actions in the game. One mistake could mean your death. Will you try to save the other victims or search for items to help you destroy the killer? Play cards, roll dice, and feel the exhilaration and the dread in every moment. This core box has the primary components of the game, but must be combined with at least one feature film box. So grab this box and one or more of the feature film boxes, and you will have everything you need to play. Since any killer can be played at any location, adding additional feature film boxes greatly increases your options and provides exciting new challenges. So this says this is not a standalone box. And I think this bothered some people that they're like, core box, this should have something playable in it. That doesn't really bother me though, because, okay, there you go, now you can play the game. I get the criticism, I just don't agree with it. It doesn't bother me at all. Also, I love the design that has started to come in where you have like soft close like magnets that like create really satisfying new cardboard. Really satisfying closes. Yeah, so you've got cards, you've got dice, you've got health, and I also feel like, yeah, this game takes 20 to 60 minutes. So if you die in 20 minutes, this is another reason why I was okay to buy it. If I die in 20 minutes, I'm okay that I died and it only took 20 minutes, and I'm rather be like, okay, I'm going to jump back in, I'm going to do it again. So that if a game has a shorter play time, I'm much more okay with the difficulty of it. So that's why this began to appeal to me even more. Alrighty, got a rule book, which now I can read because I've opened this. Thank goodness for opening rule books. And then got really nice inserts in here where, if you can't see it, seems like it's going to fit everything, which is cool. I'm not going to take that stuff out yet. Oh, that's just a board that doesn't need to be, that's nice. And it looks like these will slot into here along with the cards. So yeah, I think it's primarily like a card management game that has dice rolling and stuff in it, and you try to maximize what you can do with your actions. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm intrigued by what we got in here. I got to get out all these little. Do you guys keep these little silica gel? I don't keep those packs at all. Maybe I should. Let me know if I should. I understand like the argument of having desiccants in your stuff that you care about, especially if you're in a humid climate, which it could definitely be argued that Arkansas is a humid climate. But I don't keep them. I don't like them. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. My daughter is all about that right now. So, I don't know. First off, do you like solo games? And if you do like solo games, why do you like them? And if you don't like solo games, what do you do to, if you do, what do you do to decompress or to take time for yourself? For me, it's frequently video games, but I also am happy, I'm happy to do other stuff. I like reading. I do a decent amount of reading. Yeah, what do you do? Like, what do you do to relax? Does this seem relaxing at all, or are you like, oh my God, let me do not this? I'm curious, because at a certain point, like, here is the crux or the potential danger of solo gaming is that like it does take a certain capacity of mental energy. So if you start to wane at a certain point in the day, then maybe you don't have the like capacity to like, I don't want to be actively engaged in what I'm doing. I want to be a passive individual with my entertainment or with my relaxed time. And I totally get that. But so that was the core box. There's not any girls in here. This one is in Kanyamba. Oh, this thing is on each of... Oh, there's someone else on the other side. So I'm just going to toss those things because I don't like that extra stuff. Oh, and then I love systems that have started to use like the boxes as part of the game. Like this is the board for the monster. Oh, so satisfying. So satisfying. Can't tell you how much I enjoy that. I can tell you. I think I just did. So these are like additional special rules. The killer stuff. How does this... Oh my God. Oh. It's double-sided? Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't think you understand how excited this makes me. It is double-sided storage. What? And this is... Oh, and they got little secret stuff in there. That's cool. I'm not gonna ruin that for you or for myself. But yeah. Oh my gosh, little storage stuff. I think these are for the miniatures. Oh, cool. Kill. I'll deal with that later, though. Okay, put that there. Slot that there. Flip it over. Open that there. Guys, can we talk about how cool that is? For Barbara's eyes only. I guess that's Barbara. Oh, and this one has like little, this one has extra stuff. Extra stuff. Take off the sleeve. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about, stuff that potentially could not be noticed, like found? Like, for example, those are envelopes underneath the insert. So there's the potential that you don't ever lift the insert and you literally lose out on that. So I don't think it's like the worst thing. I just think it's something that some people might not like. You know, the nice thing about this setup though is the fact that if the miniatures do go there, which I believe they do, then that means I can get rid of the miniatures box. That makes me a happy camper. That makes me a happy camper. So this one is Sacred Groves and Inkanyamba, which means that's pretty dope. I'm happy right now. There are storage things that excite me about this. Yeah, so here's another cool thing about games like this. Is that the design is made so that the more you have, the more variable it becomes. It's scalable. You know, if you just buy certain games that have extra stuff to them, expansions, it may just add more, but you don't necessarily integrate it seamlessly or pick and choose. With this, if you can pick and choose a little bit, the more that you get, the more you can pick and choose, which means you've got more stuff available to you. This is the Geppetto, the Puppet Master, and then the Carnival of Blood. Oh, this double magnetic organization, I don't want to be crass, but I'm excited. Yeah. So, yeah. Timestamp. Yeah, this is making me, man, this and Unsettled, this is why I'm happy to open stuff, because it makes me excited to play it. Which is why I try to always open everything in my collection and not leave anything in shrink. So I'm going to flip this over now and do the same cool thing on the other side. Oh. I think that, you know, I want to kind of open the rest of this. But, you know, at the end of the day, I gotta respect the fact that it's late, and you guys probably aren't even watching anymore. You know what? If you made it to this point, let me know. Let me know. If you are actively watching the full duration, and you're like, dude, I made it. Hey, give me some respect. I made it. Then please, let me know, because I'm curious. Because I think that at this point, you know, I've just opened 2? I've got 2 more to go, or 3 more to go? My goodness. But I've got 3 boxes opened, 3 boxes left to go, and I think that's good. I'm ready to push this off to the side, open more of it, and then go to bed. But, man, I'm excited about this. I love opening stuff. Opening stuff is such a fun dopamine rush. Maybe there's a quasi-addiction there, if we're being halvesy real, halvesy honest. But, man, this just makes me excited to jump into this, because I think it's going to be pretty accessible. 20 to 60 minutes, that is not an aggressively long time frame at all for a game. That's super doable. So maybe this weekend, either before the UFC fight or on a different day, I think I'm going to try to jump into Final Girl. Timestamp. Thanks for being here. I like all of the people that I talked to so far in the comments. You guys are wonderful people. Sorry, you guys is... I don't mean that as a gendered term. It's really just more colloquial and regional. I guess you can just go southern with it, because I'm in the South. So all y'all are flippin' awesome. Thanks for chatting with me all the time. And I'm excited to continue to put out videos and get that stuff done. So I think I'm going to do a thumbnail. So timestamp. Let's do the two that I opened, because these people are awesome. Boom. I got a thumbnail and everything. I need to finish opening some Unsettled stuff and sleeve some stuff, and I need to keep opening Final Girl. There's other things I need to open. I think I'm going to jump back to some games I got videos for the next few videos, just to kind of bounce back between those series, and then figure out which games I want to do some of the nice bits for. I think I want to go back and do more Forbidden Stars, because I bought all of the nice foam organizers and stuff for it, and I kind of want to chat about it. So I think that's good for now. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I love you guys. Peace.